क्या हुआ? कनेक्शन में वो कनेक्टेड। Hello everyone, good afternoon to all of you. So now today again I am joined you live in this, especially today it is I am going to tell you about All India Sainik School Exam 2025. The topic I am covering in general knowledge, how to attempt general knowledge, what are the main topics in general knowledge, all this I am going to tell. So children listen very carefully, it will be very beneficial for you when you are going to write the exam. Okay. So now I am going to tell you about Indian defense system. You know, Indian defense system is very, very important for Sainik school exam because you know you are going to join Sainik. Sainik itself means defense. Okay. So, Indian defense system, how will be the questions, how you have to attempt, what you have to read, what are the main topics in that. This all you should know. For example, now first, the foremost thing is how many defense systems are there in India? They will ask. So that you should know. There are three defense systems: Indian Army, Indian Air Force, and Indian Navy. These are called defense systems. And apart from that, there are paramilitary forces. That is not our subject today. So, Indian defense system is very important. Not only every country will have these defense systems because they only protect us, secure the country in our borders. Okay, so that is very important for any country to be safe and secure. Okay, then they may ask about the ranks, officers' ranks, or which rank is ranks in Navy is different than the Army. The ranks in Air Force is different than Navy. Okay, so such questions you have to always observe. Then they may even ask, so the INS Vikrant, it is Navy based. Okay, what are the weapons? What are the aircraft India is using? Indian Air Force is using? What are the tanks? And from where it is manufactured? And from where India procures such tanks? From where India procures aircrafts. Okay, Indian Air Force procures aircrafts. Who gives the idea for this ship, big ship that are made that are for the Navy, like INS Vikrant? All these are looks very simple, but very important in Indian defense system. Indian defense system means you have to know fully about Indian defense system. Okay, who was the first chief of defense staff? When was chief of defense staff created? You know, after Modi government, that is BJP government, came into power in 2014, 2019, the government thought that they have to create a post so that, because before that, what was happening was the army chief has to always depend upon defense minister for any action on the ground. Supposing our soldiers are fighting against terrorism in a border area, anywhere you can take, Jammu and Kashmir, you will take. So, what happens? Our soldiers don't have the permission to directly fire. So that officer has to contact his next officer. That next officer has to contact the general. The general has to contact defense minister. Defense minister has to take in consultation with prime minister and president. He has to give orders. It was taking time. So the government, BJP government, took a very good step. They created one new post in 2019. They created one new post, chief of defense staff. So this you should know. Okay, who was the first chief of defense staff? Most of you will be knowing. It was Bipin Rawat who died recently along with his wife in an helicopter crash. And now it is Anil Chauhan. Okay, now Chief of Defence Staff means he is the chief of all the three defence staffs: Indian Army, Indian Air Force, Indian Navy. For all these three, they kept one position there, one post they created, and they kept any problem he can directly, because see, our politicians will not have so much knowledge about in-depth knowledge of army, how they are functioning, navy, how they are functioning, air force, what is required, how they are functioning. Since the CDS is already a retired general from army, so he will be having good planning, good ideas, and he can take right decision. Okay, that is the main reason that they created COD, we call Chief of Defence Staff, CODS. So, in apart from Army, Air Force, Navy Chief, they all have to report to him. Okay, so that was very. That's these are the basic questions you should know. Okay, what are the officers' ranks in Air Force? What are the officers' rank in Army? What are the officers' rank in Navy? Okay, then who was the first Air Chief Marshal of India? Then who was the Air Chief Marshal during Kargil War? Then again you have to look into the operations carried out by Indian Air Force, Navy, and Army. Okay, like operations carried out means sometimes what happens is to now in Ukraine, Indians were there. So because Russia, Ukraine were indulged in war, India has to bring their people safely from there. So for that, Indian Air Force has to carry out an operation to bring all our Indians safely back to our country. So they name that operation, some name they give Operation Vijay, Operation Meghdut, Operation Talwar, all this. Okay, so that is where that these things you should remember and you should learn. That is very important. Okay, then basically this is All India Sainik School Entrance Exam 2025. I am giving you basic tips about how to attempt GK, because GK is actually very in-depth subject. In that, I am telling you about Indian defense system, what all you have to read, how you have to read, what you should remember, and what are the main topics in that. Okay. For example, if you see this question, what are the three services I in the beginning, I told you what are the three services of the Indian Armed Forces: Army, Navy, Air Force. Okay, during war time, Army protects our country land area. Air Force, it takes care from the top, air. Navy from the ship. So it secures our sea boundaries. Okay, so these are the three different defense Indian Armed Forces. Equivalent rank of Army General in the Navy. See, I told you already, Navy, the ranks you should know, because many times these questions have come. Then, what is the rank equivalent to? They will give an Army rank and Navy rank. So, what is equal to that? That you have to always find out. Now, see, equal rank of Army General in the Navy. Navy, what you call? Navy Chief is always called Admiral. Okay. Explorer General Army, Admiral Navy, and Air Chief Marshal Air Force are the highest ranks. So, Air Chief Marshal, because this is always interested in air. Okay, they attack other countries through our jet crafts. So that's why it is Air Chief Marshal. Then again, you see, which is India's first nuclear powered submarine. So when the word submarine comes, it belongs to which force? Navy force. So that is INS Arihan. It's a part of India's nuclear triad. So you have to remember this. If suppose the question comes, India's first nuclear powered submarine, you have to be prepared for the answer. These are all very important questions which you should learn. The main topics in Indian defense system. Okay, don't go into totally depth, otherwise you will get confused. Okay, then which missile? What is the rank equivalent captain? You see, captain in the air force. What is the equivalent to a captain in the air force? Captain is in which forces? Army also you have, Navy also you have. Okay, so here it is asking about army. So a captain army and a flight lieutenant in the air force hold equivalent ranks. Okay, flight lieutenant of air force. Air force officer's rank starts with flying officer, whereas here lieutenant. So after flying officer, it becomes flight lieutenant. Here he becomes captain. Okay, so that's why captain is equivalent to flight lieutenant of air force. Then Which missile is India's longest range ballistic missile? That means ballistic means you should know the meaning of ballistic. And longest range means it will travel very far and hit the enemy country. Ballistic means what? Don't know. Okay, you know. So ballistic means that which goes and blasts and it will create a havoc in other enemy's country. Okay, so and one more thing, who now ballistic missile, who manufactures missile in India? That also you should know, DRDO. Okay, DRDO responsible for, and the testing is in Orissa. They do that missile test in Orissa. Okay, so the year Agni 4. Now, see, India's first aircraft carrier. First aircraft carrier, INS Vikrant. That means what? It is actually Navy. But aircraft carrier means in the ship they will carry the aircraft to the nearest point from where it can fly. From the ship itself, it will take off. The jet planes. It will take off from the ship itself. So INS Vikrant has the ability. It has the facility that the planes can, jet aircraft can always take off and land in that. Okay. So this is also very important. Then sometimes they may ask, when was INS Vikrant launched? Okay. So 1961 is the answer. What is the Indian Army's motto? See, when you're born itself, you should have a motto in your life. Every human being will have a motto in life. Yes. You also, when somebody asks, you will say, I want to become a doctor, engineer. So, like that, when you join Indian Army, they also have a motto, service before self. That means for them, service is first. Next is any other thing, their family, their brother, sister, their mother, all comes next. First, service. They dedicate themselves for the service. Okay. Which is India's indigenous fighter aircraft. This is HL Tejas. So this is with connected with what? This is with Air Force. Okay. HL, the design by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited strengthens India's air capabilities. Okay. So you have got question from Army also, Navy also, and now Air Force also. Okay. What is the main battle tank of the Indian Army? What is the main battle tank of Indian Army? Indian Army main battle tank it is asking. So it is called Arjun MBT. Okay. MBT is the initial they give to every missile. Now INS Vikrant like that. Okay. So a Damodar produced tank equipped with advanced features. It is a tank. It has got new features, advanced features. Okay. Very easy to operate because like technology has developed so much. Now things have become very simple. Otherwise, in olden days, they have to keep on loading it. One gone means another he has to load. Now it is not required. It has all automatic system. Okay. Name the Indian Navy destroyer. Indian Navy destroyer. That is INS Vishakhapatnam. That is destroyer means what? It will go and totally destroy the enemy ship. Okay. If they find, pirates, pirates are sea robbers. So it can destroy the sea robber ship easily. Okay. It can even identify in which place the problem is. Normally, our ships, Navy guards our sea boundary. So that is actually very risk, but they take care of our areas. Now again we saw army motto. Motto means what is the main name of army. Now it is asking of Air Force. So army was service before self. Air Force it is touch the sky with glory. From where they got this? They got it from the holy book of Hindus, Bhagavad Gita. Touch the sky with glory because the jet aircraft main for Air Force is they fly the jet aircraft. You must have seen their they do that actions also during Republic Day. Okay, what is the army's main assault rifle? Most of the questions you see main assault rifle. Indian small arm system is the standard INSAS. Indian small arm system is the standard issue. Okay, it is a rifle which can do automatic firing, so that we need not keep on loading. Okay, so again I'm telling that this is All India Sainik School Entrance Exam 2025. GK, I am explaining you in GK, I am explaining Indian defense system, how you have to attempt, how you have to read, how you have to learn. I am making you your hard work simple. Okay, I am giving you easy tips, what you have to learn, what you have to learn. Okay, and this is the mainly we ourselves have made this book whereby we have made GK very simple. How every topic we have chosen the main things of the topic and we have been discussing it. This is very useful for us and it will be useful for you also. Okay, this book. Okay, you see, pencil practice papers. Okay, solved papers are also there. It is very useful and beneficial. Okay, so name India's fastest supersonic cruise missile. Here again, missile question is there. So BrahMos. It is developed by India and Russia. Mostly India gets even jet aircrafts. We get parts from Russia only, and we assemble it in HAL. We assemble it in HAL. Okay. Then which helicopter used to rescue missions? Now mission means what? Mission means when someone is during earthquake or floods, if they have to evacuate people safely, they use this. What? Dhruv. What is Dhruv? Advanced light helicopter. It is also manufactured by Chair. Okay, it is very trustworthy. That's why they use this. You must have seen in the news also when some areas are affected with floods or earthquakes, the helicopter goes and rescues the people. They drop food also. Okay, so this is what Dhruv does. What is the naval version of BrahMos missile called? BrahMos missile called in the naval version is asking. It is BrahMos NG. That is, it is useful for navy also. It is adapted for naval warfare. During wartime, they use this missile because during wartime they have to see that the target is right and it goes to a long distance. Okay, that's why this is very essential for the Indian Navy. Now again, you see this is not an officer's rank. Okay, this is a soldier's rank here. What is the rank equivalent to a Subedar in the Air Force? Subedar is in Army. So in Air Force, what you call a Subedar? You call him warrant officer. After warrant officer, what is the rank? Master warrant officer. After master warrant officer, it is retirement. Okay. So these are senior non-commissioned ranks. Okay. Again, you see which aircraft is known as India's eye in the sky. It is DRDO Netra. Eye in the sky is DRDO Netra. That means this aircraft will always fly in the sky. So Netra means, what is the meaning of Netra itself is eye. So DRDO Netra. It is an airborne early warning and control system. It gives you warning early that where is the problem. Okay, where is the enemy hiding? It gives you warning. That is the main feature of this. Okay, it is very useful. Which Indian missile is a surface to air missile? That is Akash. Akash means sky. So surface means earth. From here to sky. So Akash it is. Okay. Which submarine is equipped with nuclear missiles? So it is again INS Harian. INS Harian. Okay. This is All India Sainik School Entrance Exam 2025. I am giving you simple tips how to learn GK. And in today's topic, what you are watching, I am teaching you what all you have to read in the topic Indian defense system. What all you have to read, how you have to read, how you have to remember. Okay, this I am teaching. Okay, so now what is the again you see is asking for the rank. What is the rank equivalent to a major in the navy? Okay, now is asking you major in the navy, the rank that is equivalent to major. Major is in army. So major is which place? Major is in army. Okay, so now in air force in navy, what it will become? It will become lieutenant commander. Okay, it will become, it is equivalent to lieutenant commander. Okay, now what is India's first indigenous aircraft carrier? Already we asked it. INS Vikrant. What is the name of the main battle tank of the Indian Army? What is the main battle tank? Just now we discussed. Okay, it is Arjun. Arjun is the main battle tank of Indian Army. Okay, so like these questions, you have to remember, you have to learn and practice it. Okay, don't go into the depth. See the main topics. Like for example, I told who is the chief of defense staff, when the chief of defense staff post was created, who is the current air chief of air force or navy or army. Okay, so learn like that, point to point to learn every day. Regularly, we'll be bringing you one topic by topic. Each topic I'll be discussing you and telling you what is the way, how to read, how to attempt. Okay, so hope you all liked my this video. If you liked, please subscribe and our please like and subscribe our channel. Okay, and give us the feedback so that any drawback in our part we can rectify it, and your next video we can improve ourselves and bring you more detailed things. Okay, so wait for my next video in which another topic I will be discussing and telling you how easy it is. Okay, thank you so much.